First, though, we're talking about a Monday morning here on the show. Chris McGinnis handling double duty. He's got your traffic and he's got your weather.
And we've got a hot forecast as we get past the 4th of July, which we'll get to in our 7-day forecast. But for now, welcome to July and welcome to a beautiful morning out there. Comfortable anyway. We've got a little cloud cover on our Rose City sky camera. We are waking up to 64 degrees at PDX. Elsewhere across the region, we're in the upper 50s. Beaverton 60 right now in Hillsborough. And as we slide south down towards Salem and Almsville and Albany, you folks are generally in the upper 50s to low 60s. Salem right now 63 degrees. All right, the plan for today, morning clouds, check, we've got those. They will probably be with us through the noon hour, and then we get into the afternoon and the clouds disappear and we top out at 81. Gorgeous start to the month. It gets warmer. In fact, downright hot, possibly some record heat. My 7-day forecast. We'll see that in a second. Let's get you out the door with a live look at the roads. And of course, the big news over the weekend was the closure of I-5. 56 hours, it is now reopened. Happy to show you that. Photojournalist Eric Patterson down near Capitol Highway is showing you I-5 is free flowing both directions, as is the Sunset. And a quick check over on the east side, there's Interstate 84, the Banfield. That looks good as well. China, so far, no crashes or unexpected delays.
All right, thank you, Chris. But here's some pictures from ODOT's X page showing just how empty that stretch of I-5 was over the weekend.
Actually showed a pretty beautiful sunrise there. Again, that section of I-5 from Terwilliger Boulevard to Capitol Highway is back open this morning. In fact, we can bring you a live look. I believe we have a live look, do we? From Sunrise photographer Eric Patterson. There it is. Eric set up this morning at Southwest Barber Boulevard at 26th Avenue.
And we also have Don Hamilton from the Oregon Department of Transportation on the line this morning. Don, are you there? Good morning.
I am. I'm here. Good morning. Good to be with you.
Happy to have you. So everything back open today, doing good. Are you seeing any issues this morning on your side?
So far, what we're seeing is everything went very smoothly for the project, closing up at 9 o'clock on Friday, and we got open early ahead of schedule at 3:30 this morning. Everything got open and smooth, and the project went pretty well.
So, Don, obviously you can get a lot of work done in the summer months because weather's on your side. Are there any other big projects or even some smaller ones that we should know about as we move through the next few months?
Well, I hate to use the scary words 217, but we're still continuing the 217 project. That's not going to finish up until the end of next year. But the Highway 26, the 26th Avenue project still has work to be done. We're going to see some single and double lane closures over the course of the summer and into the fall, but nothing like what we saw this weekend with a full closure of Interstate 5. Nothing like that again. But this project will still have some work to be done.
Yeah, anyone who travels on 217 to or from work certainly knows about that project. Don Hamilton, we appreciate you waking up with us on this Monday morning. Again, I-5 back open this morning in Southwest Portland.
Thanks.
Portland will begin enforcing a new camping ban today after months of delays.
The city tried to enforce a similar ban before, but that effort was blocked last year by a Multnomah County judge. Thomas Schultz is covering the story for us live this morning in Southwest Portland. So, Thomas, let's break down this new ban.
Yeah, well, guys, it would give the city the ability to jail or fine homeless people if shelter beds are available and they refuse that offer. Now, it's important to note that across Portland, there simply are not enough shelter beds for every homeless person, though Mayor Ted Wheeler says this new plan is a way to create a legal camping ban ordinance. This comes after a prior ban was indefinitely blocked by a county judge, which banned camping on public property during daytime hours. In the new plan, city outreach workers will first go to problematic campsites and inform people a shelter space is available. Portland now has an app, too, so workers can track when and where shelter beds are open citywide. And over the past few weeks, Mayor Wheeler says city workers have begun contacting homeless camps, informing people of the change.
We've put leaflets out on the streets that people who are homeless have had the opportunity to see, so they know what the rules are. We've worked with service providers to make sure they understand what the rules are.
And Thomas,
China, I mean, what this will do, it won't have much of an effect in Oregon, because Oregon law says that cities must also have rules in place that are reasonable and accommodate whether shelter space is available. Guys?
Thomas, just one more question for you. This ordinance comes, as we've mentioned, just days after the Supreme Court passed a decision allowing cities to punish people for sleeping outside when there's nowhere else to go. So how does that impact Portland?
It's not a big impact, China, because in Oregon there is law there that says that cities must have reasonable laws in effect that also accommodate whether shelter is actually available for those homeless residents.
All right, Thomas Schultz live in Southwest Portland.
Thank you, Thomas.
Sorry for taking that line from you, China. Let's talk about what else is happening today. Oregon's minimum wage going up by 50 cents an hour across all levels. So $14.70 is the new standard minimum wage in the state. It's a little higher in the Portland metro area at $15.95 an hour and a little lower in some rural counties at $13.70 an hour. Also starting today, any employee who qualifies for both Paid Leave Oregon and the Oregon Family Leave Act can now get up to 24 weeks of combined leave. That's an increase from the previous cap of 16 weeks. Paid Leave Oregon launched last year. It allows up to 12 weeks of paid leave a year for the birth of a child or other major life event like a serious health issue. And in the state of Washington, undocumented immigrants can now get professional licenses without a social security number. That means state agencies or regulatory authorities cannot deny an application for a professional license solely based on someone's citizen status.
The Department of Justice plans to seek a guilty plea from Boeing over the fatal 737 MAX crashes. The plea would force Boeing to pay an additional fine of almost $250 million and hire an outside consultant to monitor the company's production. The department says it will give Boeing until the end of the week to respond to the offer. The decision came after the DOJ found Boeing violated a 2021 agreement that shielded it from prosecution over fatal crashes involving 737 MAX jets back in 2018 and 2019. It's not clear if Boeing will accept the deal.
Hey, before we get to Chris McGinnis and today's weather forecast, take a look at this. A cocktail bar in Southeast Portland getting some national recognition. The Houston Backlight on Southeast Clinton made Bon Appetit's 11 best new bars in the U.S. It opened last year and it was already crowned Eater's best new bar in 2023. It's also owned by the same people behind the Northeast Portland restaurant, Gato Gato, which is just fun to say. Gato Gato.
Have you been there?
Right?
I've been to neither.
Have you been there?
I have not. I have two young children. We don't go anywhere.
Okay, well, there's that.
You'll learn.
What park have you gone to recently, Chris? What playground?
We just went up to Marshall Park on Saturday up in Vancouver, as a matter of fact. Yes, that's where we were, and it was gorgeous. They actually just redid the Harper's Playground out there with the accessible accoutrements around the green there up in Vancouver. Lovely park. All right, from that to this, Lincoln City right now is a little bit socked in with some cloud cover, a little mist. You can't even see Cascade Head off in the distance there. Our Wells Fargo sky camera shows clouds have worked their way into the valley as well this morning. No precip from that cloud cover here in town, but we may squeeze out a sprinkle or two at the coast. 64 right now at PDX. The plan for today, morning clouds, maybe some sprinkles at the coast and in the coast range, and then the clouds disappear. We finish our day with full sunshine from the coast through the Cascades and over into central and eastern Oregon. And then as I fast forward into tomorrow, this is Tuesday morning, rinse, wash, and repeat, right? We'll wake up to morning clouds and then those clouds burn off, and we should have another really, really nice day tomorrow. All right, at the beach, as we mentioned, we've got the fog and possibly some drizzle this morning. You should see sunshine this afternoon. Pacific City gets up to about 66. Taking out to the Columbia River Gorge, it'll be a breezy day there. West winds 50 to 25 with higher gusts. Hood River getting up to about 80 degrees or so. And Central Oregon looks lovely. 82 in Madras, 81 in Bend with full sunshine. Same story for Eastern Oregon. Baker City getting up to about 81 degrees. All right, up and down the I-5 corridor after the clouds burn off. Salem gets to about 83 with sunshine. And I've got Vancouver right around 79 or 80 degrees today as well. So it's just a really good looking start to the month of July, right? Tomorrow looks good. Wednesday looks good. Thursday, the 4th of July, we begin to turn up the heat just a little bit, and then we step out of the way, guys. Drew and China, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have weather impact alert days, basically alerting you to the fact that we've got some record heat possible in that part of our forecast. How long this heat lasts and how high it gets, those are questions that we're still trying to answer, but the point is that part of our forecast gets quite hot. More on that in just a few.
Yeah, hot holiday weekend coming up here, Chris. Thanks.